And now we have our headliner, Irene Bremis. And we want to welcome Irene. Irene's been on television, and she's been with Opie and Anthony and True TV and everything. And I know, you think we're twins. I know how that is.
She's a beauty. You know what I'm jealous of? I love Fran's arms. I think that's what people look at. They look at this girl, she's up here, she's
like
wearing...
They
look at these fucking guns. Anybody would die to have these, right ladies? Huh?
I want to be skinnier.
You don't get those with a shake weight. You get those by being a transparent. That's how you get those guns. Thank you so much for sticking around. You guys are awesome. And Elliot, this is an awesome little thing. I know that Yvette was complaining a little bit about having memory problems. This is something I'm going to share with you guys, something that was very helpful to me in the past. I had a lot of memory issues, and a friend of mine, delightfully, encouraged me to start taking this natural substance. It's called ginkgo biloba. Have you heard of this? You can pick it up at GNC. It's a natural memory enhancer. I've been taking it for about 3 months, and now it's very miraculous. Literally, I can remember everything. Everything. And now that I do remember everything, I fucking hate everyone that I know. Worthless human beings, every single last one of them. I have to numb myself from scratch all over again. So originally I hail from Boston. Yeah? Where, you guys from Boston? No. Oh, I love you. This is my table right here. What? Oh, does she? It's a great place. I just recently went home actually because it was my great Aunt Sophia's 99th birthday party. Is that amazing? Wow. 99 years old. I mean, she's practically immortal. Sitting on a pile of money. We're like, die, bitch. Anyway, so I come from a sizable Greek family. We had my relatives all join us at the house. We cut the cake. After we cut the cake, I thought it was a lovely and a very appropriate gesture to raise my glass. So I raised my glass and I said, Tia Sophia, I love you. Happy birthday. May you live to 100. And she cut me out of the way. I went from riches to rags, all in a sentence, unraveled into poverty. So, you know how they say that, the theory of evolution, apes, man evolved from apes? No, let me explain something to you, okay? Greeks evolved from apes. Perhaps the hairiest people I've ever met in my life, ever. When I go home, I jump in the shower. It's the only place where I have to wash the soap. My cousin Nicky, his eyebrows are so hairy. They're not like this. These are lovely, sir. His eyebrows are so hairy. When he goes to the salon, they give him a Brazilian and charge him for 2 vaginas. And believe me, I'm not a picnic either. My God, I'm really not. I mean, most women have a cute little pussy between their legs. I've got a fucking gorilla growing between mine. It's going to take 8 Koreans and Mr. Miyagi to wax off this atrocity. I don't need a Brazilian, I need chemotherapy. So it's always good to go home and catch up with some family members. I miss my family. I don't get to see them enough, you know. My sister was there. It was good to see her recently. Do you have any lesbians in the crowd at all? Any lesbians? Where my lesbians at? What? Yay! My sister's gay. My sister's gay. She recently came out of the closet. She would love you. Oh my God, she would. I met her girlfriend, gorgeous young black girl, not nearly as hot as you, but I referred to them as Jungle Beaver. Lovely couple. That's a great joke. Not maybe for this room. But another setting it would definitely be. Anyway, so as my mother likes to call her, my mother is about this tall. She looks like she's a cross between Gandhi and Yoda. With an accent, straight off the boat from Greece. She goes, it's her special friend. Which is ironically what my gynecologist refers to my hootenanny as. And she likes to hoot an awful lot, let me tell you. So, my cousin was there. It was good to see my cousin. I hadn't seen her for quite some time. It's very exciting though when you see, the last time I saw my cousin was for Thanksgiving, and I'll tell you something, she put on nearly 100 pounds in almost that time. You believe that? 100 pounds! And you want to know what the most disturbing disturbing thing is, she's not accepting responsibility for her weight gain. She keeps blaming her baby. You imagine that? She blames her own baby. I'm like, bitch, you adopted. Stop it! Why don't you pick up one of these things? The shed. Oh, it's terrible. Does it even really work? I don't know what that does, right? All these inventions are so stupid. I thought about this ages ago. If it weren't for my triceps, my husband would never get a hand job. Look at this. He's a lucky dude, am I right? Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little hand job, ladies. Come on. Huh? Makes the world go round. So I hope to God you're not listening to anything other than my set. Thank you. There you go. There you go, baby. Join the party. What? High five. God. So I just had a birthday. It sucks getting older, I gotta tell you. It really blows. I mean, we all know it's not a good thing, right? It's certain things that I could do when I was younger. Like, you're very young. How old are you? 30. See, you're 30, but you look like you're 20. But even at 30, you know, there were certain things that I could do. Like, when I was 30, I could just drink all night, roll out of bed, not a stitch of makeup on. I'd put my hair in a pony. I'd go down to the corner store to get a cup of coffee, and I looked cute. The guy, the vagrant on the corner, was harassing me. Fast forward to now. After a night of drinking, I drag my ass out of bed, which feels more like the fucking swine flu, incidentally. I put my hair in a ponytail, which is never tight enough. I drag my ass down to the corner store to get a cup of coffee. I don't look cute. I look homeless. I am that vagrant on the corner harassing me. People are dropping quarters and dollars in my coffee. That's why I love Botox. Botox is probably one of the greatest inventions ever. I love Botox. A couple needles to the forehead. Now I look as dead as I feel. I'm dead inside and out, which is thorough. I love it. They have a commercial too. It's so mainstream now that the hook of their commercial is freedom of expression. I know, freedom from expression would be a little bit more appropriate. You know, I'm not a copywriter, but maybe that's where I shine. I'm afraid that I'm going to take it to the awful extent of somebody like Joan Rivers. That's what because I'm obsessed with, you know, I get little nicks and tucks. But here's a woman who started out looking like a horse and was surgically altered to look like a cat. I mean, really, what the fuck was she thinking? Everybody knows that horses are cuter and have more fun, am I right? If you don't believe me, ask Tori Spelling, Julia Roberts, and Sarah Jessica Parker. I love doing that. That's so much fun for me. Yeah, it's crazy, you know. I mean, seriously. But you know why women are so obsessed with this is terrible. The way women are obsessed with getting things done in plastic surgery. You know why? Because society wrongfully dictates that women do not age as gracefully as men. This is an erroneous belief. But for example, I'm going to throw some stuff out there, okay? For example, if a man has gray hair, well, he's prudent. He's probably working on his tenure at Harvard, I'm guessing. But if a woman has gray hair, she's a hag. If a man has wrinkles, why, he's wise, he's been places, has seen things, traveled. He can teach you things. He probably smokes a pipe in his robe and slippers by the fire, reading an interesting and cerebral book. If a woman has wrinkles, she's unfuckable. Clinical fact, a man's nose and ears never stop growing. Did you know that? And hair starts growing out of their nose and their ears. Their eyebrows no longer cooperate. They start protruding like this. So you're in your 30s, your 40s, you're dating somebody who's strikingly handsome like Brad Pitt. 20 years down the road, you're screwing Snuffleupagus. Which would make my mother thrilled because at least he's Greek. That's all I have to say. My mother would be absolutely thrilled with that. So you guys football fans?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah? You like football? Yeah, you like football? You into fantasy football?
I'm into the Steelers and stuff.
But what about fantasy football? That's way out of control. You guys know about the fantasy football?
No.
No? Good for you. You know none of the guys are locked down, sir? How about you? Are you in a fantasy team?
I love football.
You love football? You're not like my husband, right? My husband is so obsessed with fantasy football, it used to irritate the shit out of me, but now I love fantasy football. For example, when I'm having sex with my husband, I love to fantasize that he's Tom Brady. I love fantasy football. Thank you, fantasy football. There is a God after all. So I was just in Miami. Has anybody been to Miami? Have you been to Miami?
I've been to Miami.
Miami. Have you seen the girls there? It's on the YouTube, baby. Have you been there?
Yes.
You see all the girls there? It's crazy. They've all had their boobs done. All of them. Not that I have a problem with that. If somebody wants to get their boobs done, I'm all for it. This is the only bone of contention I have with that situation. They're crooked. They look like this.
Everywhere.
I'm like, sweetie, who the fuck did your boobs? Picasso? I mean, honestly, check yourself. The women there are very superficial. They judge a man by the size of his wallet. I find that very deplorable. You know, who judges a man by the size of his wallet? What? She's like me. You're smart. My mother raised me to judge a man by the size of his feet. Oh, jeez. Let's see what you got there, mister. Let's see those. Those are sizable feet right there. Look at those mamas right there, right? That's why I have an affinity for bowling alleys. There's no mystery involved. It's right there in the back of their shoe. I'm like 13. Put that ball down, sweetie. Forget about that strike. There's a home run waiting for you right over here. I've got another place where you can stick those 3 fingers. Please don't judge me, okay? There are never enough orifices after the age of 35, okay? Just stay with me. Stay with me. So I am married. My husband is a little older than I am. I love the older guys because they die sooner. That's it.
Money.
They die sooner. That's it. Actually, it took him a long time to ask him to marry me. You know, we were together for about 10 years on and off, more like a year and a half. But he was very upset because he sees me struggling as a comic, and he's very ambitious. He's successful, and he says to me, he goes, "Hey, babe, if this comedy thing doesn't work out, what are you going to do? You know, in life, you need a plan B. You always need a plan B." I'm like, you are my plan B, shut the fuck up. I mean, seriously, come on, I'm not that unthought out, right? So he is a lovely guy, though. We are happily married, and people often ask me, they're like, Irene, have you ever, you know, I mean, like, what's your secret to your happy marriage? People ask me that, like I've got some, you know, philosophy on marriage or some extended profundity on marriage, and I don't. It's very basic. We were drunk when we met, and we haven't stopped drinking since. Alcohol is the foundation to my marriage. Anybody else? Looks like this couple's hanging in there, right? I saw you go with that split. Why? You got a little wine here, a little wine there, right? You got to loosen it up a little bit, right? That and the fact that I'm not high maintenance. That's another thing that's crippling. You know, I'm not a high maintenance girl. I enjoy the little things in life, like his penis. Oh, he's Irish. His penis is so small, his condom wears suspenders. Oh, I have to clap for it just to encourage it. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. Between my bush and his penis when we have sex, it literally is a needle in the haystack. The search parties were coming through the areas. What did you find? What did you find? An actual needle? Well, throw it back in, goddammit. It's smaller than that. Keep searching. Sex. How you doing, baby? You all right? Sex? You guys married? Who's married in the audience? Right here, these two?
Yeah.
You guys, you're a lovely couple, honestly. Very beautiful. How's the sex going? Are you guys still, it's all right, we can share, right? Everybody hears sex and it's like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. You know, how do you think we're all here? We're all here because we have sex. What sex? Isn't it true? Isn't it ironic that gay people want to get married to be more like straight people get married and turn gay? You know, let's just go pick out some colors together today. I'm not feeling like, you know, doing that, you know. Yeah, it's crazy, you know. I mean, that's what happens when you get married. The sex goes down, you know. But I was never a big fan of intercourse, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. You know what we like, right, ladies? It's okay. Guys, block it up, fellas. You're a very handsome dude. I wouldn't want to meet you in a dark alley, sir. You look like you'd fuck somebody up, seriously. He looks like the Italiano that's like, are you looking at me? Huh? Are you looking at me? This guy, is this your man? He's a hottie, but I know he's good. I know he's good in bed. You know why? Because he's chubby. I never lived with my husband because I do think it's beautiful. But it's interesting, once you do actually move in with somebody, you find out a lot of interesting things about them, like how lazy they are, for example. I never realized how lazy my husband is. He's incredibly lazy. His idea of cleaning the ring around the toilet is by using the force of his own urine. He's there for days. It's unbelievable. Which is fine when he's in the bathroom, but when he's on the sidewalk and he's trying to hose down dog shit off the curb, the neighbors start to talk. It's a little debasing. It really is embarrassing for everybody, really. I had to explain to my husband the other day that multitasking, that sneezing and farting simultaneously does not qualify as multitasking. I mean, what happened to the romance in the relationship? I mean, there was a time this man would never even dream of farting in front of me, let alone ever conceive of going to the bathroom in front of me. You know what he does now? He calls me to the bowl to examine his stool. Because he's really proud of the fact that it circles the bowl without breakage. When did I turn into a scatologist? When did this happen? It's the study of shit, if anybody's interested. So I don't have any children, thank God for everybody involved, am I right? But I do have a cat. Any cat people in the room? Where are my cat people at? Meow, meow. Oh,
I used to have a cat, but it passed away.
I'm sorry, baby doll, really?
Yes.
Oh, they have 9 lives, just 1 life.
Yeah.
What, your grandma?
Yes.
Awesome. Does she love that cat?
Yes.
See, I love my cat too. I don't have a kid, but I've got a cat. Now, I love my cat so much that the other day, the cat walked in. Has this ever happened to anybody who has a cat? The cat walked in and I could have sworn the cat meowed loud. It sounded like the cat said, hello. Have you ever had this? So I was freaking out. I called my husband immediately. I'm like, babe, you're not going to believe this shit. But the cat, just meowed, hello, clear as daylight. He goes, babe, do me a favor, okay? If the cat tells you to kill me, don't do it. That's how it started off with the son of Sam and his dog back in the 70s. You wear your wedding ring, sir? Let's see that hand. Let's flash it out. Oh, look at you. You're a good man. He's a good man. See, are you wearing yours? Yeah, see, I always wear mine. I wear mine. I got into a little bit of a scuffle with my husband. I had to rebuke him a little. I was like, babe, because this is the issue, okay? I wear my wedding ring always. My husband, literally the ring served as a prop for the ceremony and then it sort of just vanished. It's a mystery. We don't know where it went. Never to be seen again, right? So I went up to him and I said, babe, how come you never, ever wear your wedding ring? He goes, because it hurts my finger. I'm like, really? Well, it hurts my career. And that really hurts, okay, seriously. And my love life. If things aren't going well. So how are you guys doing? I know you're exhausted. I'm going to do one more thing and you'll be released. You can scatter into the streets and get fresh air. What do you think, huh? Here's one I want to ask you right here. Are the two of you on the same political page as a couple? Really? That's interesting. What are you, a Republican or who's the Democrat? Who's the Republican?
Democrat and vote.
Oh my God, that's like my husband and I. That's crazy. I'm a Democrat from Massachusetts. You don't have a choice. The minute you're queefed out of the badge, you're a Democrat, as everybody knows. My husband is from Staten Island. The minute you're born from Staten Island, you can't, unless you want to find yourself at the bottom of the Hudson River with cement flippers on, you're a Republican. It's sort of like when you're from Jersey, you're an automatic moron. That exact same parallel. Now, during the primary of the past election, we got engaged. That's when we got engaged, my husband and I. I actually voted for Hillary Clinton. And my husband absolutely loathes, as I'm sure you do, as a staunch Republican, loathes Hillary Clinton. He was so upset with me, he actually called off the wedding. You believe this? This is a true story. He couldn't take it. He was like, I can't believe it. He absolutely loathes the Clintons. He hates Hillary Clinton. So we got into a big, big fight over it. And I'm like, babe, I mean, whether we like Hillary Clinton or not, in this room even, right? I think we can all agree this woman is a formidable woman. She's not, I mean, we can collectively agree, even if we disagree politically, this woman is not only a political genius, she's a genius strategist. She really is. She had somebody else suck dick for her to get to the top. Come on! We don't have to work that hard. It's not the 90s. We can get off our knees, maintain our dignity. It's all about delegating. All right, you guys have been so lovely. Clap it up for yourselves. Clap it up for a fantastic Franny for putting this together. And for Elliot and all the other comics. Thank you so much for sticking around. Back to the very lovely, the very talented Francis, everybody. Francis Sisco.
Thank you, Irene. Oh my God. Thank you, Irene Bremis. And check her out on her website, un-ladylike.com.